dropping, dog. That off-work pie. I need that off-work pie, cuz. I need that off-work pie when it's dropping, cuz.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Off Work Podcast, episode 57. All right, fellas. Y'all already know how we getting down. Go ahead, Drew.
57.
I don't know.
Some linebacker.
some center, some guard, somebody like that. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all already know what time it is. We missing, a member of the Off Work Podcast. But you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jarvis. I think he's celebrating the end of Ramadan. So what is it? Eid Mubarak? Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Eid, yeah. I don't know. Eid Mubarak? I don't know, man. Y'all know what we talking about.
Hey, but shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. And
shout out to him. You know what, Jarvis? You're in breach of your contract. All right? From here on out, you're fired. You're not welcome here no more.
A quick slight, and we'll get into that. We'll get into that, I'm sure, on this podcast, on this episode for sure, talking about the Joe Budden Podcast. But yeah, man, shout out to Jarvis and the rest of the Muslim community for getting through Ramadan and things like that.
Muslim, Jorel.
Oh yeah,
Muslim.
Excuse me.
Muslim.
Yes, absolutely, Muslim.
Yeah, Jarvis, shout you out, Jarvis. You're not here today, so guess what? When the Podfather's away, the Brando's gonna play. I'm taking over this episode. I'm gonna be the host. Now. So, Jorel, I'm going to relieve you of your duties.
Hey, look. Go ahead, man. Hey, look. ISO, go ahead, Brando. You got it.
No, I'm just the host. I'm the host today. So
you're the host today.
Yeah, welcome to the Off Work Podcast. Whether you off work, at work.
No, we don't say that to the
You already messed it up. See, now I got to relinquish the duties from you, dog, because you already messed it up, dog.
How was your weekend?
There you go. How was your weekend? Hey, but my weekend was great. I celebrated my son's birthday.
Yeah. How was your weekend, man? How was your weekend?
So look, Drew's a little mad with me. He's a little salty with me, but it was more so in the best interest. It was more so in the best interest of family. It was.
What did you do?
So my son turned 2 Tuesday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Young Gabe, yeah. So I ended up going to the bounce house on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? I went super early. Nobody was there. Literally, nobody was there. It's just me, the kids, one white family. And you know what I'm saying? We were all having fun. So Drew on Tuesday asked me, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing for Gabe for his birthday?" And I kind of, already explained to him, "Hey, I already took it to the bounce house on Saturday." And Drew proceeds to get upset with me, like I isolated him, which I did because it was more so to keep him and my family safe.
It made no sense.
Drew already had COVID, right, Brando?
Okay.
Yeah, people are still afraid of Drew.
Yeah.
I got the vax.
No, you got one part of the vax.
All right, then. That's more than most people. So what do you
wait,
say?
you ain't never go back? Don't you supposed to go back like a week later?
I think
it's tomorrow.
2 weeks. Yeah, I think you got to wait 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's my second dose. Nah, it's tomorrow.
Your first vax? That shit was like a month ago, Drew.
Listen, the second dose, they were like booked up, so it was hard to get. Yeah, it was hard to get one.
So your shit might not work the same because it's supposed to be done after a certain time period of the first one.
Brando, when did you get your first shot?
What do you mean?
All right, then. So you just relax because you ain't got no shot.
I ain't putting that poison in my body. I don't know what they got in them needles.
Hey, but y'all saw what the CDC said.
Yeah.
They just recently released that, individuals who have been vaccinated don't need to be wearing a mask anymore. And I don't know if
they've been vaccinated.
That's a great point, Brando. I think they're gonna have to require people to actually carry their card with them, to be able to.
So when the people ain't got their mask on, there's gonna be a random person coming up to you saying, "Do you got your card on you?"
I mean, it could.
It might depend on the establishment that you're at.
Yeah.
Everybody, listen, man. Just keep your mask on. Everybody just keep your mask on. And a lot of y'all look better with the mask on. I don't know why a lot of people are such in the rush to take the mask off. You're hiding some flaws. Put the mask on. You look better.
Brandon, you're keeping the mask on because you don't got a beard. That's the only reason you keep it on.
Hey, Brando, Future's going to get a bag for that, though.
For what?
From when
Mask
when,
on, mask
when all
off,
the masks
drop.
when all the masks come off, oh, you know that's going crazy in the club.
That was already a number one song. Speaking of Future Hendrix, I got something to say. I caught a lot of backlash for some things that I said this weekend, or whatever day that I said it. I said that Lil Wayne deserves as much love as Jay-Z, and Future Hendrix deserves as much love as Drizzy Drake Rogers.
Great segue. Let's talk about it.
Musically.
Let's talk about it.
And a lot of people agree with the Wayne thing. People didn't really say much about the Future and Drake thing, but a lot of people had a lot to say about the Wayne and Hove thing. Most people were, thinking it was crazy. Then there was a lot of people that agreed, and I don't think it's something crazy to say. Lil Wayne has contributed just as much to music as Jay-Z. Period. I'm not talking about mogul. I'm not talking about outside of music. I'm just speaking the art form of music. Why can't I say Lil Wayne hold him as just as high regard as Jay-Z? Explain that to me, please.
I don't think anybody. So I think when it comes to Hove fans, you already know the New York bias is crazy. Number one, you already know how that goes.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I don't necessarily disagree with the comment. I don't personally. I do, however, think that Jay-Z's catalog is a lot better than Lil Wayne's catalog as far as album-wise.
I mean,
now, as far as singles and mixtapes, we already know that Wayne got that shit on lock. In my opinion, anyway. Because you can't – Hove, in my opinion, then again, he's not a mixtape rapper. Hove has nothing to compete with the Dedication series. Nothing at all. Like
Wayne got something to compete with the Blueprint series, however.
You think Wayne could compete with the Carter? I mean, yeah, the Carter could compete with the Blueprint series?
I mean,
that's a bold statement, Brando. That's a very bold statement.
No, it's not that bold. What's so bold about it? Carter 1, classic. Carter 2, classic. Carter 3, historic. Carter 4, underrated. Carter 5, underrated. But it was
underrated.
No, Carter 5 actually got good responses. It's that people just over Wayne. But, the music wasn't bad.
I mean, yeah, I can agree with you to that standpoint. I mean, the Carter 5 just sounded outdated, essentially, to me.
I mean, yeah, I don't listen to new Wayne. I'm not saying acting like I'm listening to Wayne currently. And I respect, there's a verse I like. I still check Wayne out. I still give him a listen. So I understand that Wayne isn't, the first thing that people want to listen to today.
I think more so it just sounds blasphemous is because Jay-Z's been in the game so long,
so
and has so much longevity, and it's still to this day putting out classics.
So is Wayne.
Wayne hasn't put out a classic album.
I think Wayne's verse on the DJ Khaled album was better than Jay-Z and Nas's verse. I do. And that's not a crazy thing to say. He snapped. Did y'all hear it?
I mean, yeah, you're talking about the intro, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he snapped.
With Jeremiah.
Jeremiah snapped.
I would say though, if you put the Carter 1, 2, and 3 up against the Blueprint 1, 2, and 3, it's pretty close.
Yeah. At that point, it's
guys, the Blueprint has literally no skippers. The Carter one has multiple skippers.
Right.
Being honest.
Who?
The Carter 1.
No, it doesn't.
And the Carter 1, hey, and listen, I know we hate to do this, but the Carter 1 wasn't even written by Wayne. The Carter 1 wasn't even written by Wayne. It was written by Gilly.
Oh, shut up.
It's true. Drew, am I lying? Drew, am I lying?
If that's written by Gilly, why
it is written by Gilly. No. There's no opinions in that.
Huh?
There's no opinions in that. That album was written by Gilly the Kid.
You mean that? Who says who? You have proof of that? Or are you just going by what
Gilly?
Yes,
Gilly has said that on his podcast.
Okay. Oh, wow. I wrote the blueprint too then, Jarvis. I mean, Jorel. I wrote the blueprint too then. How about that? I mean, what do you want? Anybody can say anything. I mean, it's true.
Bruh, it's true though. Wayne has even admitted to that.
I'm sure Gilly may have helped with some shit. I don't think Gilly wrote all of Wayne's bars. No, I'm not going. I don't believe that.
I'm not saying that he wrote every bar for those songs.
In the studio, just like everybody else.
He wrote a lot. He wrote a lot of those records. That album does not sound like a Wayne album, dog.
That sounds just like a Wayne album. What are you talking about?
I don't know, bro.
What do you mean? So wait. Gilly the Kid wrote "I Miss My Dogs"?
Yeah.
Those are Wayne's emotions. What are you talking about?
Oh my God, bro. Bro, all I'm saying is
If I leave the pod and I make a song about it, somebody else can't write about it because they want that experience it.
I mean, yeah, I understand that. Somebody can write something for you, Brando, and you can throw your own sauce on it.
Yeah. But no, we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this with
No, but I'm not trying to discredit.
That is true though, because I wrote for Brando before, so I wrote some of Brando's songs.
Well, shut the fuck up! How dare you?
Brando, I wrote some of your songs, dog.
You get on the internet and start lying.
Hey, but look, I said all
Drew
that.
was in a gang. Hey, y'all want to know some more about Drew? Drew used to be in a gang called KC, and they used to bang the color orange. This is what you don't know about Drew. This is what you don't know about Drew.
Wait, they used to do what? They used to do what?
The name of the gang was the Killer Clan, and they used to bang orange. That was their color. They wore orange flags.
Hey, Drew, you're a nut. You're a nut if you were wearing an orange flag, dog.
It's not like Drew was a little kid. Drew was old.
I was not old. This was middle school.
Like what, 13, 14?
Yeah. That's young. That's young. I never wore a flag, dog. Chill.
Bro, were you wearing an orange flag, bro? Be honest. Keep it a bean.
I wasn't.
Is that why you went to UVA?
I never did that.
Why you ain't wear your flag? That's fucked up, Drew. I'm talking about, I seen what's her name not too long ago.
No, listen. We used to rap. That was before it was just rapping. Then it
became a real game.
I didn't, that's
Drew was already
part of ways.
That's true. So Drew used to be a rapper. Something else you didn't know.
No,
I know. I just said I wrote a song. Yeah, I used to be a rapper.
You made a song in college.
Yeah.
I heard it.
Did I hear it?
I don't know.
Maybe. Classic.
Drew was a dancer. What was the name of Ecstasy? We talked about that before.
Don't remember that.
Yeah. Right, he was nice. Drew was nice. I don't know you remember. We went to a show. Drew had UVA packed out. Was that UVA? Was the show at UVA?
That was VCU.
It was VCU. The show was at VCU. See, they traveled. Team Ecstasy traveled from UVA to VCU to put on.
Hey, I didn't know he traveled. I didn't know it was travel. I thought it was just at UVA.
There's a lot of you guys don't know about Drew. He was a gangbanger. He was a bad guy. He was a dancer.
Drew was a jack of all trades.
Just want y'all to know that.
Hey, listen, and Jarvis just found out that Drew had a sister, dog. So nobody really knows who Drew is, dog.
Only I know Drew. No, I knew all of this stuff. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all trying
to give Drew some credit to throw Drew some bill. I knew he had a sister. I did know that.
That's just Jarvis.
Yeah, Jarvis didn't know because Jarvis is not around.
Yeah, Jarvis lives in Texas. Yeah. Jarvis lives in Texas. But back to Future Hendrix. I'm sorry, back to Lil Wayne and Jay-Z. I think it's disrespectful that we don't give. If Lord forbid if something happens to Lil Wayne, everybody be out here and want to be putting him on Jay-Z's level then. So why can't we do that when he's alive? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And to another point, Future Hendrix too. Future Hendrix has brought as much to the music game as Drizzy Drake. Period. I don't care what anybody says. I see the trend.
Hold on. So let me take a step back really quick. Where do you put Wayne at as far as the GOATs and your GOATs?
Personally or just
like if we're compiling a list of rappers all time.
Personally or just objectively?
Objectively, is Drake in your top 10? I mean, not Drake. Excuse me. Is Lil Wayne in your top 10?
Going top 5 personally.
Top 5.
Yeah, Lil Wayne.
I mean, yeah, but objectively speaking, I don't think he would be in most people's top 5. But
it's not true. That's not true, man. Like, dog,
I just don't think
every single rapper that's out now has him number 1. They all say it. Y'all remember when the anniversary of the Carter 3 when every single
Drake has him number 1, but that's because of his connection to him. So.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like most.
Drake has Lil Wayne as his favorite rapper of all time. I think he says he's number 1.
I don't think Drake's just saying that though. Like this is Lil Wayne. Like that's what I'm saying. Y'all act like I forgot it.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that I don't think most rap fans are gonna put Wayne in the top 5.
My age or under, yes, they would. A lot of them would.
Okay, but you said objectively, so we're talking about everybody.
Yeah, because you gotta think about it. They're gonna throw. So they're gonna give us the top 3. I mean the anonymous. I mean the regulars. They're gonna give us the Pop, the Biggie, and Jay. Those are automatic 3.
Yeah, old niggas.
A lot. I mean, niggas our age will say Pac, Biggie, and Jay easily right off the bat, first 3.
Yeah, we old. I'm talking about y'all like I said.
But the young kids underneath us, Brando, didn't really get to enjoy Wayne like we did, though.
Yes, they did. Carter 3 was like their biggest. He was the biggest star in the world when they were growing up.
Yeah, but they didn't see Wayne like we did with the 504 boys and all that shit.
It don't matter. They saw him at his highest.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I give you
That's
that.
true.
Yeah, we gonna look at it differently because we saw it all. There's kids that as soon as they start listening to music, Wayne was number one, or Kanye was number one. There's a lot of kids that Kanye and Wayne were number one.
That's true. I give you that. I'm rolling with you on that.
I think objectively speaking, Wayne should be in everyone's top 15.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Top, no.
I would say I'll be more generous. I'd say top 10.
I agree. I'll say at least top 10. And why doesn't Future get his love? Well, Future does get his love. Don't get me wrong, but why ain't he Drake? He made better music than Drake.
When it comes to Future, that's when it gets to how good of a rapper he is, like his actual skill.
I don't really get to see.
Brando,
Brando,
you know what we're trying to say though.
Brando, be honest with me. Do you feel like that Future is really a versatile rapper?
Yes, easily, yes. Have you not, he dropped Future Hendrix. He dropped you. He gave you
I know, Brando. I know. But listen. If we're talking about versatility, more so Future is in a box. He's in a box.
He's not. You think he's in a box?
He makes drug music, dog. He makes drug and toxic music, dog. He does.
Brando,
that's true. That's true.
Don't make me mad tonight. How many times do I gotta tell y'all? They said the same thing about Wayne. Y'all pretend these people don't have.
No, Wayne is versatile.
So is Future.
But Brando,
I tweeted you 30,000 times about I gave you the list of songs that you asked.
Brando, no. Don't cap to our viewers, bro. Because the songs that you sent me were songs that you said that you think people. I mean, you think that there were songs that people cry to Future.
Yeah, that's.
Fez did a sweep. Is not a fucking song that most people are crying to.
Most people, yes, they are. Yes, they are, Jorel. Yes, they are. And this is what it is.
I mean, me personally, Brando, the people that I associate myself with, I don't ever hear them fucking crying over Fez did a sweep. But with the exception of you.
I'm the first one of my kind that's been around you. But I'm here to tell you, there's a lot more of me than you think. Listen, man. It's more introspective music out there from Future Hendrix than you think, and Lil Wayne. I'm not saying that you're saying this about Lil Wayne, but a lot of people make that comparison, and because all they want to talk about is like mixtapes or his freestyles. It's like, no, Lil Wayne made Georgia. Lil Wayne made what's the shit? I Feel Like Dying. Like it's so many. I can go on and on all day about both of them. But people like act like they only made singles or hits or their party songs. Like they only made party songs, and that's so annoying.
I like Future as an artist. I think Future is a good artist. It's just that because DS2 is in my top 10 of all time. Like it's one of my favorite albums of all time. Like DS2.
Think about DS2. That didn't even have much introspective work from Future.
It didn't. But it's like it's literally one of bruh, when that damn album dropped.
People might think that because his biggest album, he didn't show as much as that, which he just made. Dirty Sprite 2 is similar to a Travis Scott album. Travis Scott don't really talk about too much. You know what I mean? Just make good music.
He doesn't. But then again, I don't even consider Travis Scott as a versatile artist.
He is, man. He's good. He is.
But what we're trying to say is that when it comes to like the best rappers ever, your skill is gonna come to it at some point, whether it's bars, metaphors, double entendre, cadence, flow, like all. That's when you.
So y'all can't say Drake. Y'all can't say Drake better than Future because, like Jorel said, it is proven that Quentin Miller was on.
No. Quentin Miller wrote a track. He wrote a track, not an entire album.
That's even worse. Even worse. Because Drake just took the whole song. What you mean?
Bro, you're talking about a song.
What's your other problem with? I'm just saying, y'all keep that same energy for Drake as you just said for one.
But Brando, you got to be honest with you. You got to be honest, dog. Drake is by far number one. He's the most versatile artist of all time, in my opinion. In my humble opinion.
I think Future and Drake. You can say the same for Future and Drake. I'm not saying that.
More versatile than Drake?
As.
You think he's just as versatile as Drake? So you think Future can make dancehall music?
He's already done it. Future wrote fucking Drunken Love. Future wrote fucking Body Party.
That's not dancehall music.
There's one other. Did Drake make a Drunken Love? Did he make Body Party?
Yeah, he made Work. He gave Work to Rihanna.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. Work was his song.
Party Next Door wrote that song, and Drake
No, he did not. No, he did not.
What are you talking about? I can show you the reference track. I know more about this music shit than you. I know more about this music shit than you. It's a fact.
I'm willing to contest that.
Pull it up. Takes you 1 second. We got Google Internet.
You got
Google.
Google.
You want to bet on it?
And we'll get to it.
No. Listen, man. The bottom line is dark-skinned niggas with dreads aren't going to get the same amount of credit.
Oh, here we go with this colorism, dog. Here you go.
That has nothing to do with it.
It has nothing to do with that. Here you go.
It has nothing to do with it. Kendrick is dark skin with dreads. What are you saying?
No, he's not.
Okay, brown skin.
He's dark braids.
Man, it doesn't matter.
And who said Kendrick? Y'all put Kendrick over Jay-Z? Or should Kendrick get just as much love as Jay-Z?
No, not in my opinion. He's only dropped 3 albums.
But Kendrick is one of the best rappers of all time.
He dropped more than 3. Should Kendrick get as much love as Lil Wayne?
Kendrick has 4 if you want to count Section 80.
Kendrick's favorite artist. I forgot about that.
Who?
Lil Wayne is Kendrick's favorite artist. Y'all,
no, he's not.
Listen. Yes, he is. There is a mixtape out there where Kendrick Lamar mimicked Lil Wayne the whole time. He made a whole mixtape. I'm about to show it to y'all right now.
I could have sworn Kendrick said that there was a West Coast artist that was his favorite artist of all time.
No, it's Wayne. I'm gonna show you something.
I don't know what you're arguing now at this point. We agree that Lil Wayne.
Everybody's favorite artists, all the rappers that actually do the music, give Wayne the flowers. It's usually just y'all motherfuckers. But let me show y'all something. Y'all gotta listen to it now. But I want y'all to go listen to this.
Yeah, he said that Tupac. Kendrick Lamar has stated that Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas, and Eminem are his top 5 favorite rappers. Never said shit about Wayne. And he said Earl Sweatshirt is his favorite rapper in the game right now.
Go listen to this one day. K.C40.
Okay, Brando, he's probably just giving it. That's an appreciation song. Artists do that all the time.
No, whatever, man. I'm done. Listen, I see the trend. And the same thing that happens on this motherfucking podcast.
No, you're not. No, we're not gonna let you do that, dog. Because I'm a Future fan. I like Future. I will say you're a bigger Future fan. Probably you and Drew are bigger Future fans than I am. But I love Future as an artist. Yeah. I just don't think that he's that versatile, especially as versatile as Drake. That's just my opinion. And I could.
Yeah. The black person don't get his credit. I know.
We're talking about all black people. I don't understand.
Colorism, Drew.
You started this colorism podcast.
I deal with it every day on the podcast. Listen, Jarvis is not here. Jarvis
doesn't listen to Future.
I know he don't. Father Jarvis is Mufasa. Drew is Simba. I'm Scar. And Jorel the monkey nigga that likes Simba's forehead. And this is how y'all treat us. And guess who's the villain out of all of that? Me. Guess who got vilified when I compare Jay-Z and Wayne? Guess who's getting vilified when I compare Future and Drake? Future gets called toxic. Drake don't be toxic in his bars?
He is. We said that.
So how come we don't meme him? How come he don't get all the toxic memes?
He should.
Everybody know.
I agree with you on that, Brando. He definitely should.
Yeah, everybody knows Drake is the lover boy, certified lover boy, and Future is the bad guy. Why? Because Future's a dark-skinned nigga with dreads. Period. Drew gets up here, disrespects her moms, calls her mom ignorant.
How am I getting thrown into this?
Listen, I explained the story when he told the young lady, "Get out of here, bitch." Not a backlash from Drew. Not one backlash. Nobody said a word about Drew. Let me go up and give one opinion about a lady that's true, and I'm the bad guy. Why? Because I'm a brother with dreads. I'm just telling y'all. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding.
But dog, that's because you didn't clip it up. That's why.
No, that was a clip when Drew called the lady a bitch. And Drew admitted that he did it. He said, "Get out of here, bitch. I don't give a fuck about you, bitch."
I said I didn't remember.
Hey, that's wild. Hey, that's wild if you did that, Drew.
Exactly. Listen, now one lady came under there and said, Drew, that's fucked up. Drew gives me such a headache. I can't stand that motherfucker. Where did y'all find him? Is he joking? No, nobody cared.
But Brando, they go after you all the time though because they
I'm the dark brother.
no, because they know that you're a women basher, dog. They know that you come up here and you bash women weekly, dog. You tell women what they should and shouldn't do, dog. You do.
And Drew told the young lady, get out of here, bitch. What's worse?
You're talking about a story from high school.
And when I don't bash women on here, I tell the truth. I don't bash women. I never came out here and called the ladies out of their names. I don't call them bitches or hoes. I just call them out. Matter of fact, speaking of which, I got something else to call them out on today. Ladies, let me tell you guys something. When you're talking to a man,
here go Brando about to tell him what to do, dog. Here go Brando about to tell him what to do, dog.
I ain't tell them what to do. They need to listen to this. You do need to listen to this. Watch your mouth. All the masculine talking shit every time you mad, like calling men, basically saying fighting words to men. I think that's really fucked up because there's a certain way that men treat each other and speak to each other, and we know if we take it to a certain level, that there's going to be some type of consequence. And at the end of the day, men are not supposed to get physical with women, which I 100% agree. Even if women do say whatever, you don't put your hands on them. Period. However, I don't think it's right that women go over, you a bitch, in somebody's face, or fuck you. You put just saying these type of fighting words to a man. I think that's wrong. I think that you should be more feminine when you talk to a man, and the man should protect you. But you shouldn't be talking down to a man and calling him these type of names. I don't care how mad you are. Like, it was a young lady that used to do that to me. And this one, we're not friends anymore. Well, yeah, just because we get in a little disagreement, you got the right to let's talk crazy to me and all that. Like, y'all gotta stop doing that, man. Don't talk.
That goes for everybody though, Brando.
The man ain't talking crazy to you because I don't talk crazy to ladies. I'm sitting there and say I be bashing a woman, but asking a woman in my life, do I ever talk in a disrespectful way? They'll all tell you I'm a sweetheart. I don't care what these people say in their comments. They don't know what they're talking about. As any woman in my life, they will tell you that Brando is a sweetheart. He's kind. He's complimentary. He holds the doors for me. He rubs my feet.
Brando getting this shit off. He's marketing himself. I like it. Go ahead, dog. Get your shit off.
And this can be this is not just romantic. Any lady, please. Brando is a sweetheart because I'm a nice guy. Jarvis' mom said it. The father.
Mom don't know you, dog. It's because his mom don't know you, dog.
No,
Brando, you know how we know you're not a nice guy? Because you always gotta say it.
I haven't said it. No, I have to say it because I'm always getting attacked. So of course I'm gonna start defending myself.
That's how we know. That's how the fans know, dog.
I won't say it again. I will call any girl in my phone, any one of them. They'll tell you.
Call them up right now. Call one.
Wait, give me. I'm gonna make it.
I'm not saying on names because I don't know who's in your phone.
Because usually y'all don't think that I'm gonna call somebody who I think is gonna answer for me. Give me a letter of the alphabet, and I'm gonna call somebody. With
you already know what letter I'm going with, so don't ask me.
I have no idea. Oh, no. Drew, give me a letter, please.
I'm not giving you a letter, dog.
I'll give myself a letter then.
Brando, any man in America can call one girl that's going to say they're a nice guy. What does this prove?
Pick a letter. Because that lets you know that I know that anyone I pick will say it. And it doesn't have to be somebody that's like been intimate. It can be, but it don't gotta be. It can be any girl in my life. Brando's a sweetheart. He's kind. He's nice. He's so sweet. He's a nice guy. Very nice guy. I'm calling girls. Calling them.
Well, while Brando's trying to search his phone really quick to call a girl, I think this is something that's important that we definitely need to touch on. The Joe Budden Podcast.
I thought make this phone call. We can talk about that.
Hey, Drew. Go ahead,
dog.
Go ahead, man. You got this one.
It's the end of the era, dog.
I know. I saw Rory's tweet. Did you see Rory's tweet?
It's sad, dog. It's sad. It's sad this comes to this.
So I'm gonna preface this by saying, for individuals who have not seen the newest episode of the Joe Budden Podcast, this is definitely a spoiler alert. By the time we release, By the time we release this episode, it'll probably be old news. But
Yeah, for sure.
It seems as if there has been another rift between Joe Budden and his pod mates, Rory and Mal. Now it looks like the podcast with them is officially over with due to breach of contract by Rory himself.
Maul too. Maul got fired too.
Yeah,
he did. He said Maul can come back if he gets his act together.
He said that about Rory too, though.
No, it was a difference. It was a difference between.
It was a different tone. It was a different tone,
but he still said the same thing about both.
No, he said two different sentences.
Hold on. Let me finish explaining to the viewer. So, apparently, the pod mates have been inquiring about the podcast. I guess the details of the contract. Correct me if I'm wrong, Drew. The details of the contract, and has had representatives that have reached out to Joe Budden, and Joe Budden, kind of dismissed those claims or dismissed their representation, and essentially tried to have a conversation with them. Prior to that, obviously, it has been stated that Joe had told them that the podcast was none of their business, which, in my humble opinion, I think was, wrong, because those are guys that you claim to be your friends, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so it looks like there's a rift again, and Rory didn't show up. Maul didn't show up. Parks was there as normal, and Joey stated that Rory has been fired due to breach of contract. So react like Joey would say.
I agree with Joe Budden, man. Like, first of all, Rory, I like you. You're not a bad guy. You seem to get, but just you're making millions. You're according to Joe. I hear your side later, but I've heard your side before. At the end of the day, even if you're upset, show up to work. You're making millions, man. And do the pie. Show them pie. You don't even do much. And
that was I think that's more so the point, Brando, is that they were literally just showing up to pod.
Yeah.
Exactly. And they get paid.
Yeah. It's like it comes to a point where, because before I was on the side of Maul and Rory.
I was never on their side.
And partly I still am, because although I do agree with Joe when it comes to the business side of things, at the end of the day, if they are your friends, I feel like you should handle it a little bit differently.
Yeah, but you gotta take his, because they basically accuse him of stealing, so he probably.
I get it. Yeah, I'm saying this comes from both sides. Like, I feel like if that's your friend, Rory wouldn't be questioning. You shouldn't come to question, is your friend going to steal from you? Yeah. Like, that shouldn't be the case.
Parks are a little too sensitive, man. I think they're all a little sensitive, in my opinion, except for Parks. Parks the only real one up there, in my opinion. No, Joe real too, but I'm just saying that, like, all of that, man, dog. And Maul. Don't say something about Maul. Maul tries to act like he's this, this real tough, not tough, but like just so real, man. Like, Maul, you act like a girl. You really are, man. Ooh, you said the show was none of my business, so I'm walking off the set today. Man, shut the fuck out of there, Maul. Get your ass on air. Be a fucking man. You feel what kind of bullshit is that? Be a fucking man in pod. Be a fucking grown ass man. That's another thing. I like what Joey said. He said, I'm not doing all of this over words that someone said. Like a lot of this stuff. Now we learned a little more about they tried to act like it wasn't about money, but kind of found out it was, which is always is. But a lot of it was about words. You said that, and when you text me this, like these are grown ass men. These are grown ass men. Yo, grab your fucking nuts, and when you show up to work and start crying about. You said the pod was none of my business, and when you said that, I just can't respect it anymore.
But Brando, there's always two sides to the coin, right? So I'm gonna use us for an example. Like, let's say, for instance, since you like to call Jarvis the pod father, say that Jarvis is the owner of this pod, or at least the focal point of the pod, and you go to Jarvis, and Jarvis goes to you. You know what I'm saying? We have a short rift. And Jarvis goes to you and says that the Off Work podcast is none of your business. You wouldn't feel any type of way about that?
I just explained to you, no, I wouldn't. I just explained that, no. I get over it. Oh well.
Now I'm not gonna lie. If you said it to me, I would feel some type of way about that.
All right. Is the Off Work podcast Brando's business? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So because Jarvis said that, I still know that it is my business, right?
Yeah.
Then why the fuck would I care that Jarvis said it?
But Brando, I think it always comes to respect and tone.
I mean, that's my
No,
problem.
listen. No. Because I'm with you. I was somewhat in agreement with Maul, but I'm with Joey all the way, right? Because I feel like as a friend, I should respect you, right? The respect should always be mutual. It should go both ways. It should go, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like, this is how I feel, blah, 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 and you tell me how you feel. And if we can't come to some type of common ground, you know what I'm saying? We just bury the hatchet and we just know that we're just not going to agree upon that. Because that's the way that respect goes, at least the way that I view it. If I view you as a friend, I'm going to respect you, just mutually, right? It's supposed to be mutual respect. Now, the way that Joey said it is Joey went onto the podcast, like I said, a couple weeks beforehand and told them that he doesn't owe his friends respect.
That's not what he said.
He did say that.
You're misinterpreting the point, though, man. What he was saying was that he doesn't expect respect. He appreciates it. And that's the point he was trying to make. And I have that mindset, too, to be honest with you. I don't expect anything from anyone.
But is that something that is authentic?
That's not a realistic view.
I have the same opinion, to be honest with you. I do. I'm not saying that you disrespect your friends. What I'm saying is nothing's owed to me and nothing's owed to you. And anything that I get, I'm happy that someone gave it to me.
But that's
nobody.
I think things are owed, though. If you're a friend, you do owe certain things to them. To me,
I think y'all got too caught up on the word "I don't owe my friends respect." I'm telling you what the point was.
Well, here we go back to semantics. So you're saying semantics?
Yeah, the point that he was making was, he personally doesn't think anybody owes him anything, so he feels that other people should feel like that too. But
you can't go through life thinking that way.
You can't interpret for others what they think.
Yeah.
No, but he said it.
I know, but I'm saying that
everybody's just caught up on the first part of his sentence.
No, Brando, what we're trying to say is that
listen to the follow-up.
No, what we're trying to say is that Joey has every right to feel that way, but he can't determine how others are supposed to feel.
Yeah. He can't try to.
Because he's saying I don't owe it to Maul, but if Maul's his friend. And you know that's your friend, you know.
Like that's your man, $100,000, 20 plus years, dog, with friendship.
Then you know him. You know Maul. If you know
every nuts, Maul, grab your nuts. I mean, my God. You know another
thing. But I will agree with you from the standpoint, Brando, is that it was an unrealistic view for Maul to think that he was just supposed to not pod with anybody and just go up there or just not pod at all. That's a business. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of business. You have to do what's best for the business at the end of the day.
I know what type of guy Maul is by what Joe said. Maul's the type, like Joe said, Maul used to keep the washing detergent in his bedroom. That lets me know what type of guy Maul is. I didn't know that. I know what's like. I know what's coming.
But I did. Oh, go ahead, Drew. Get your shit off.
I was gonna say the only part where I can't rock with Joey is on the ownership side of things. Yeah. I understand that Joey built this from the ground up. Maul wasn't there day one. Neither was Rory. They weren't there for episode 1. So I agree that it was Joey's, I guess, character, his personality that brought people towards it to the pod at the beginning. So he did build the foundation himself in a sense. But when it comes to Rory and Maul, they've been on the pod for almost 3 years now.
Yeah.
So for me, if someone has built this up with me for 3 years, I feel like they are owed a part of that. They should have some type of ownership. Joey can still have the final say, but he can give them some type of ownership in it if they've helped build it for 3 years.
They're the top paid in their profession, according to
Joey.
Right. And he offered them the footage to take on their own YouTube page, and they didn't do it.
I get it. No, I get it. But at the same time, Joey is the same guy that's preaching ownership for the last decade, pretty much. Yeah. He's preached ownership over and over and over.
So he keep ownership of his shit. What's the problem?
Okay, but to me, that's being a hypocrite.
How? He never said give up. No, he never said give up ownership. He said own shit.
Okay, but if your friends help you build something for 3 years, you don't think they're owed a part of that?
He gave them a part of it.
No, I'm saying ownership stake.
Ownership stake in it.
No, because they don't put up the money he put up. They don't put up the risk. Why do they get ownership?
Brando, I'm not saying it's 30-30-30. I'm saying it could be at 5%.
Yeah, at least 10, 15%. Because
Like,
they're a big part of the podcast. They
help
bring
build
content.
it.
That's what they get paid to do. And LeBron has done everything for the Cavaliers. They don't just give him ownership. This doesn't work that way, man.
All right, Brando. So if we own the pod, me, Jorel, and Jarvis started it out. So
Y'all started before me.
So if we didn't give you any ownership, you wouldn't be mad.
Give me my millions.
But see, that's the point. They were making millions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they fumbled the bag.
This entitlement. Y'all invited me up here. Now I gotta own it.
At the end of the day, they did get greedy in a sense because Joey was right. You work 2 days a week and you're a millionaire. Like that's probably the best job in the world. All you got to do is talk. Joey said they don't
for
put
2 hours.
They don't
just for 2 hours a day. I mean,
they don't have to do anything else. They don't have to do marketing. They don't have to do anything behind the scenes. Literally, they have to show up and talk for 2 days a week, and you get paid millions. Like,
okay, so why y'all want Joey to get him ownership? That's my point.
I still think the work that they put in for that.
Yeah, because they bring valuable content, Brando, to the.
They get compensated for it, and he never said they would never have ownership.
So Brando, it's essentially equivalent to NCAA players, right? How you know how NCAA players are now starting to get paid now for their likeness because of all the money that they generate and revenue.
The school's still not paying them. They're just allowed to make money outside of school.
But that's the thing that I'm saying though. Is that fair? Like, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're bringing all this great content or this fan base to the podcast, you don't feel like
getting paid. That's the point.
I know, Brando, but they're getting paid.
Players are getting paid.
I know,
get paid millions.
But Brando, but what I'm saying is, if you're my friend, if I'm in a position to set you up to make even more money in the future, I'm gonna do that.
Who said he wasn't?
Because I value you as a friend. Because you've helped me build this business.
But Brand, yeah.
I never seen nobody give
at some point, it's more than a paycheck. When you work for a company, you get a pension. You get it's more than just a paycheck that you get. It's about longevity and the years that you put in.
And now, guess what? The way that Roy handled it, he ain't gonna get the ownership nor millions.
You're right. You're right. He handled it wrong.
Exactly.
So do y'all think?
He should have been patient, kept making his millions, wait till his contract up, and then renegotiate. So
the thing that go ahead, Drew.
Back to the hypocrisy point, though. I feel like Joey did the same thing to Maul and Rory what Spotify did to them.
How?
When they were with Spotify, Joey and them were asking for the behind-the-scenes numbers. What is the pod bringing in? All this data,
analytics, and
Spotify wouldn't give it to them. They wanted to renegotiate. They didn't want to give them what they thought they earned. And then the same thing happened. Maul and Rory wanted to see, hey, let me see what the pod is making, all this stuff, and Joey didn't want to do it. They wanted to earn more, and yes, they did get a raise, but they wanted more than that. So essentially, Joey did the same thing to them what Spotify did to the podcast.
Yeah, that is hypocrisy. I agree with that.
Joey's putting up the money for this shit. It's his YouTube page. They called his lawyers, and one, you got to realize he said it. The way that they asked him for it was in the point of not, hey, let us see, is that, hey, we think you're screwing us over. So at that point, he's probably like, fucking, I'm not showing y'all. Like, I giving y'all millions. I done put y'all on this platform. Y'all don't got to do shit. Y'all don't do no behind the scenes work. All you got to do is show up. And y'all, now you sit here like having your lawyers call my people.
Yeah.
And then it's hands.
One thing with that is that they lost their leverage once Ice and Ish joined the pod.
Yep.
At that point,
that was the worst thing that could have happened to them.
Joey, it basically is shining the light that they really aren't that important because they can get the same numbers with Ice and Ish. Exactly. So it's like,
actually, if we're all being honest, the content was better with Ice and Ish. If we're being honest.
Well, just because the chemistry was off for a while, but I'm not gonna say in the past. I think it's about equal, to be honest.
I mean, in my opinion,
they're replaceable.
In my opinion, I had told Jarvis and Judas a long time ago that I felt like the Joe Budden podcast was getting stale. So to see Ice and Ish up there was a breath of fresh air, in my opinion.
But to their point, they were saying the pod was getting stale because of chemistry, because it was beefing.
I mean, two things could be true.
That's what Joe was saying. Like, we weren't performing as well.
Yeah.
Because the chemistry was off. So yes, y'all are viable, but when the chemistry's off, you're not viable anymore.
Yeah.
And to your point, the pod will sell to you.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's a very complicated situation. Like, you're gonna be on either side, depending on it can go both ways. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, listen, man. All I know is this: fuck the JBP. We up in OWP. We number 173 in the world, and we're gonna keep rising. There's enough giving them publicity. I'm done talking about them boys. Listen, more.
But hold on. I do want to say one more thing though. I did find it ironic that Charlemagne the God ended up basically saying what was gonna happen. What was going to be the end result of the Joe Budden podcast? He said that shit 5 years earlier or some shit like that, Drew?
What did he say?
I mean, it's a while ago.
Yeah, he basically said that. I don't like he was. I guess Charlemagne was a guest on the Joe Budden podcast really early back in the when it first started, and he basically was like, Rory, I don't find Joe to actually be your friend. He said I actually find Maul to be more so Joe's friend. He said because I think you're expendable.
It's true that Marlon and Joe and Roy didn't meet until a year before the podcast started.
No, that was just Rory. He known Maul a long time.
That's what I said.
No, that's what he's talking about. He said Rory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's true. Maul was his friend. That's a fact.
Yeah, and he said the thing about Joe is that shit goes great with Joe, but Joe finds a way to make shit end or something like that, or fuck shit up. That's what he said. He finds a way to fuck shit up.
I think, Joe, if you gotta be kind of be like a like-minded person like Joe to work with Joe.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that.
And I'm not saying he's bad. I think I work well with Joe. Honestly, do.
Yeah.
I really think I work well with anybody. To be honest with you.
How do y'all feel about DJ Academics?
What about him? He looks like hey. Say what you want. He's looking pretty good.
He is sitting good right now. I mean, he really is sitting good right now.
Looking pretty good.
Yeah. The thing is, academics be right a lot of the times, and people just don't want to give him his credit.
No, they don't get his credit. That's why he academics. We just don't get his credit because we don't like people. We don't like him, but he get his credit. But I mean, he's sitting pretty right now, man. I mean. The pod broke up. Joe said he willing to work with him again. His numbers have always gone up. He popping shit to Rory.
Did Joe say that he was willing to work with Act again?
Yeah.
Damn.
He said people have continued to call him to try to get him back with Act.
Yeah.
Damn.
He continues to get offers for them to bring the show back, basically.
You talking about Everyday Struggle?
Something similar, or is it something where they back together?
Because Everyday Struggle is not on Complex anymore. Because Academics got fired.
The show ended.
Yeah, because Academics got fired, correct?
No, Joe Budden left and this shit just fell to shit.
Well, I know it did, but I thought Academics got fired from Complex, but I could be wrong. I thought he did.
I don't know.
I thought he did.
I don't know if he got fired.
I know they had a final episode. So, it was like a farewell episode. So,
yeah, because I recently heard Nadeska, she was on somebody's podcast and she was talking about it.
Yeah.
So
I swear to God, I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. Y'all never keep going. We're not gonna keep coming on the Off Word podcast and talking about other content creators. We can talk about other musicians and all these other motherfuckers. We're not gonna keep coming up here talking about the competition. Man, we're number 173 in the world at the end of the day, and we're gonna keep growing. By next year, I want 173 to go to 73, and I want to be top 10 by the end of next year.
Hey, listen, man, it's gonna happen, man.
That's what I want.
It's gonna happen, bro.
Listen, man. Listen. OWP 173 in the world. Right now, you're looking at 3/4 of the best podcast in the nation. That's what I got to say about these.
Brando, let me ask you this: Would you sign to another network, like a podcast network?
What do you mean?
Like if somebody offered, would you sign or would you want to stay independent?
Like all of us sign or all of us stay independent?
They wanted to sign the podcast to a deal.
Well, let me tell you something. Drew. Let me tell you something. If you're gonna if I'm gonna answer you this honestly, man. When somebody's offering me a crazy bag to sign at this point in my life, we can sign a 1 or 2 year deal, get that bag, and then put ourselves in position to maybe be independent later on. But we're not in position. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. We don't got to sign a 10-year contract. I signed a 1 or 2 year deal. You know. I signed a 1 or 2 year deal and then see how it go. And then if we like what they offer and renewal, I'll do it again. Or if it's better to be independent, I'll be independent.
I'm with you on that. I mean, I would be willing. I'd be willing and able and open to sign a 1 to 2 year deal.
Yeah.
If we were offered that.
Yeah. I mean, when we get offered that, or we stay independent and keep all the money. I don't care. Listen, man, if I'm rich, I'm rich. At the end of the day, I'm not going to be sitting there, I got 100 million. I'm not going to be crying over 10. Or I'm not going to be making, like our big, I'd rather have 50 million and be happy than have 100 million and be unhappy.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Everything's not about money, man. Like,
That's true.
Let's say this podcast only have 5 viewers. Guess what? I would still want to pod every week because those five viewers want to see me. And I care. I care about that. The money, it's not about the money. The money's going to come with when you do what you love and continue to do it and continue to do it consistently. And then the money may or may not come, but you can't focus on the money. You got to focus on the task and let the money come. That's how you got to do it. People lose their way when they focus on the money, i.e. Rory. He focused on the money, and he probably lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
He
lost a lot, though. He lost a lot. He could do great.
Who knows? No disrespect to Marlon Rory. I got love for Marlon Rory. They've entertained me. I've listened to them for the past 3 years every week of my life. So I have no ill will between Marlon and Rory.
What you think they're gonna do next?
I think Marlon's done.
Or some type of content, maybe.
The thing is, they can't do a podcast for a year or so.
I mean, it's easy to get around non-competes for real. It's not that big of a deal. It's a non-compete.
Is that what's in their contract? Those two can't.
I'm in Tom shit. They try to hit us with non-competes all the time. I ignore them shits. Like,
what'd he say?
Like more. What was I about to say about more? Like, I just think he acting soft, man. Like, if you and Joey friends, you live with Joey, like nigga, just go get the bag. I mean, this crime. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Listen, we better not ever go through some shit like this. I'll tell you that. And the Pod Father Jarvis, he's a nice guy, so maybe he make sure things don't. But we never going through no shit like that. But anyways, like I said, never been BP. Are you down with O P? You know me. It's not about nature, Jorel, in case you didn't know.
Sorry, dog.
Like I'm not gonna know who Naughty by Nature is.
Brando, you know what OPP is?
Who?
Do you know what OPP is?
What's your point, Panthers?
Now you're talking.
What about NHB?
Jorel don't know nothing about
what about NHB?
Northampton Bruins?
There you go. The Northampton Brewers, boy. There you go, boy. Don't do that.
Raiders, Aberdeen Raiders, Hampton Tornadoes, Deer Park Cougars.
Deer Park.
Yeah. I went to the Super Bowl. What you talking about?
The Super Bowl.
We did.
The Super Bowl as a kid.
What number Super Bowl?
I don't know. That's a great question, Drew. What if they numbered our Super Bowls? Great question.
Went to the Super Bowl.
I ran back a trip to the crib. Never forget it.
Hey, Brando. Bruh, so I looked at your Facebook status, and you were talking about a man should be okay with calling AAA if it's not.
There we go. Listen, man.
Elaborate, dog. Because I think hold on. Before you make your point, I think that I agree with Jay. You know what I'm saying? Jay Beato. You know what I'm saying? Hampton. I agree with him that you should be willing and able to learn how to change a tire, which is easier than waiting on AAA to have them come change it for you. Now,
easier for you. What's easier for you may not be easier for me. I would rather wait.
Brando, I understand you may not like doing work that involves labor, but Brando, changing a tire is not that difficult, my guy.
I don't know how to do it. I don't get it.
Do you think that a woman is gonna think less of you Do you think that a woman will think less of you if you don't have to?
Let me tell you something about women thinking less of me. I don't care. I'm not a husband. I don't aspire to be a good man. I don't aspire to be a husband. I'm a fucking rock star.
No. I'm not letting you see past that. He comes on this pod every week and tries to tell us that he's a good guy. And now he's sitting here telling us that he does not aspire to be a good man. Brando, what?
And real and loyal and a nice person, but no, I'm not a husband. No, I'm just not. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Any lady that's signing up for Brando gotta know what she get. I'm not changing tires. I'm not.
Now look,
I'm not doing all of that.
Listen, that is something I will agree with when it comes to Brando. Like, but that goes for anybody. That goes for anybody. You have to know who your partner is. You have to know what you're getting yourself into. So if any lady is interested in the Brando, these are things they need to go in already knowing this.
I mean, but the thing is,
hold on. So Brando's not cutting no fucking grass. He's not changing no tires. Brando,
he's not doing no chores.
Brando, do you cook?
Nope, he's not doing
no. Goddamn, boy. So what are you bringing to the ladies?
Want me to answer that? Really want me to answer that?
Brando, women can get dick from anywhere, dog. Women can get dick from anywhere, dog. If we're being honest, women can get dick from anywhere.
Hey, ladies, you ever had sex with a rock star? It's a little different. Tell you that. It's not anywhere. You can't get this from anywhere. You can't get this from anywhere, man. Don't believe what Jorel tells you. You cannot get this from anywhere. Trust me, I'm a different animal. Not the same.
Different animal.
Hey, Brando's a wild boy. So what is it that you're gonna bring to the ladies, dog?
I bring them great conversation. I bring them great advice.
I believe that.
I bring them passion. I bring them attention. I bring them affection. I bring them kisses. I bring them hugs. I bring them laughs. I bring them massages. You know, I treat them like a queen. I bring them compliments. You know, I make their heart.
Yeah, you treat them like a queen. Get your ass out there and cut that grass. That's what your ass need to do. That's what you need to do, queen. Get your ass out there and go cut that grass.
No, we call, hey, I'm going to get me a wave. That's all.
No. Matter of fact, after you're done cutting the grass, go ahead and change my oil too while you're at it, right? And don't come back in this house till you're done.
I'm not going to have my lady doing the work. I'm going to just pay somebody. I'm going to pay the professionals, that's all.
So you just got to pay the professionals, dog, just to do everything around the house.
Anything that I don't want to do personally. There's some things.
All right,
listen, I don't mind watching the kids. I don't mind watching. There's some things I will watch the kids like you go have a free day. I don't mind that. I'll watch the kids all day. There's some things
you'll be a house husband.
I can be a house husband before I can be a fucking labor motherfucker. I'll be a house husband.
So you're telling me you're gonna pay for a maid and you're gonna pay for a gardener and a mechanic?
Well, I do that now. I don't pay for these things every day. When I need a mechanic, I pay the mechanic. When I need a gardener, I pay the gardener that day. I don't got no maid, but the cleaner lady does.
What about maid?
The cleaner lady does come every once in a while. The cleaner lady.
Brando, you don't clean your own crib?
I do for the most part, but if I want a real deep clean, like if I want it done like with like, you know what I'm saying? It's a difference between me cleaning the crib and somebody that really, you know what I'm saying? It's a difference.
Somebody, you know,
Yeah, but I straighten up, I'll wipe down. I did that the other day, and I wiped down. I was like, damn, this shit still don't look right. Something's missing. A lady, this is why I need a lady.
Yeah, you should have used cleaning supplies, boy. That's why you wipe down water.
I got some cleaning supplies. I hit the dollar store and rack up. But no, listen, ladies, I have something to offer. It's not, listen, I'm just not a traditional man, and I don't ask for a traditional woman. Listen, I entertain these other stuff because it's topics, but I'm not even in the market. I'm not in the market.
Brando, I will say this, like, be yourself, dog. Like, be yourself. Get you a woman that appreciates you for you.
Thank you. And those are the girls that I love in my life, the ones that appreciate me, and who don't expect me to change tires.
Is it hard finding a woman like that, Brando?
No, it's plenty of women. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Women love rock stars. You seen fucking Ozzy Osbourne and Gene Simmons? I'm a sex symbol. I told you that last week. Just listen. There's a difference between an R&B sex symbol and a rock star sex symbol. I'm a rock star sex symbol. There's a difference. Look at my hair, Drew. You called it oodles and noodles earlier, but let me get a microphone and be in front of a band. I'm gonna look like a fucking star.
No, you look like a bowl of noodles making music, nigga. What the fuck? What are you talking about?
It's that colorism shit. Hey, Drew asked me. Hey, Drew was like, Brando, what did you do to your hair? I was like, I took my braids out, Drew. He don't even know how to. He don't know what even goes on with black hair. He has no idea.
So what am I?
Whitewash. That's what you are.
That's crazy. You're doing colorism towards me now. You're saying I'm not black.
I'm not saying you're not black. I said you need to get more in touch with your black roots. You need to do. You need to go watch some. I'll give you a history lesson. You know, I'll take you around. You know, show you the place.
Okay.
I'm not like LeBron. I'm not gonna fake read the Malcolm X books. You remember when LeBron?
Hey, that meme made me weak, bro. He was on page 1 of all.
Have y'all seen the interview when the lady asked him about it?
Yeah, the Malcolm X book.
Yeah, he was talking all that bullshit for 5 minutes, literally. That's true.
He talked about Malcolm X was a good man.
What he did for the colored folk.
He did a lot for us. Yeah, no shit, LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron is horrible. LeBron is full of shit a lot of times. I like LeBron sometimes, and sometimes I hate the guy. I really, really do hate him sometimes. He's always putting on. He's so fake.
Y'all think the Lakers are making it out the West?
I'm gonna say something. I was wrong about the NBA season. Injuries have kind of changed things. It's just wide open right now. I don't know. Everything is wide open. The Nets are injured. Lakers are barely in the playoffs. You still got Portland out there. You still got the Sixers out there. Jorel, you got a chance. Okay, you're right. You have another chance right now. I was wrong. But that's because of injuries.
I mean, we got injuries too. We're dealing with injuries as well.
Who's injured?
Ben Simmons was out. He's been out recently, and then so has Embiid. Embiid just came back from back soreness.
So who's the MVP this year? I've been hearing we got some. I done heard Steph name come up. I done heard fucking Embiid name.
For real, it should be Chris Paul. I'm not even.
Chris Paul.
It should be Chris Paul.
I think it should be. I think it should be either Jokic or Embiid. If I'm being.
I do too. Or Chris Paul, but I think Chris Paul numbers ain't.
Chris Paul's in the conversation for sure.
Yeah, but you can't. It's hard to do it when you averaging like 14 and 9. I mean, it's just when people are averaging like 28 and 10.
Yeah, but he has the Nets. I mean, he's the Suns like first place in the West.
I agree. Like you can't deny his impact, but he's not the best player on his team at the end of the day.
Yeah, man, that's true. I mean, I think if we're actually utilizing the word MVP, I think it goes to Steph. If I'm being honest, because I think if you take,
be honest with you, to Drew's point, if you're saying most valuable at the end of the day,
I mean, dog, if you take, I'm saying, bro, Steph. Hold on, fellas, hold on. The Suns do have more talent than the damn Warriors.
Yeah, but what did they do without Chris Paul?
Last year,
they won 10 straight games in the bubble. They won the
bubble.
They finished the bubble undefeated. I'm just saying. You said, what did they do without Chris Paul? I'm just stating that.
Okay, the whole season, man.
They won 10 straight games and still missed the playoffs. This is how far behind they were. They won 10 straight games and still missed the playoffs.
I'm with you. They did.
So value, they're kind of dead.
But I'm saying, I think if you take
wide open, MVP's wide open, championship is wide open, and guess what? I'm pleasantly surprised because I was wrong. I came in the beginning of the season talking a lot of shit. I said the Nets, this is it. It's over. It's over.
Well, Harden did just come back, but I think now Kyrie's out, I believe.
Exactly. Injuries. This is really because of injuries. Y'all see the NFL schedule came out too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Let me tell you something, Jorel. If the Washington football team somehow finds a way to land Aaron Rodgers, I'm gonna be a Washington football team fan. I'm on board.
There you go. I like to hear it. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna happen. I would love to see it, but I mean, my optimism as a Washington fan is, it's been disappointing.
It was an old man in the gas station. They weren't that old. Probably in his late 40s and 50s.
You know what we should? We should get our fantasy football league back, dog.
Oh, y'all doing fantasy this year?
We should get the league back, the old school league back.
The old school league. I mean, I'm with that. Whenever.
Get it back, dog.
But yeah, I mean, the NFL season looks like it's gonna be good. I think, the first game of the season is Tampa Bay and Dallas. Yeah. Dallas. I think it's the first game.
And then in week 4, Tom Brady go back to
he goes out to New England. Yeah, I think week 10 or something like that. Yeah.
And you know what else they did in week 1?
What's that?
They got Sam Darnold going back to
Detroit.
The Jets.
No, the Jets. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Rams and Detroit play as well. I think Jared Goff and Matt Stafford play their.
The NFL know what they're doing, dog. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the NFL does this on purpose. They're smart. It's going to be a good season. It's going to be a great season. I can't wait. You know what else it's going to be? It's going to be a good summer. We're going to have a very good summer. I can't wait till the summer. It's going to be cookouts.
Certified Lover Boy is going to drop this summer, I think.
Yeah, so I'm hearing Monster 2 is going to drop this summer. Don't ignore that. Monster 2 is going to drop this summer.
Oh, we didn't even talk about J. Cole.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. I was saving that for what you've been on. I was saving that for what you've been on.
I'm gonna say that we might as well. What time is it? We might as well start it. Listen, with the J. Cole interlude, and I get it. Okay, people are excited to hear him again, but let's be real, dog.
Hold on. No. That freestyle. Did you hear that freestyle?
I'm not talking about a freestyle because this happened even before the freestyle came out.
Okay.
People were hyping the shit out of that. Like I get it. It's been a while since y'all heard him. It's good to hear J. Cole again. It was 1 minute, really.
Yeah.
I just pump it a little bit. I get it.
I mean, it's an interlude. It's an interlude.
I know, but people are going crazy. People were going before the freestyle. People were already going crazy, like, "Oh, it's the greatest thing I've ever heard." Like, I
Jermaine.
I'm gonna tell you, the man. This is what I've been trying to tell y'all for years. This is my point.
But the song is good. It's interlude. It's good, but people are making it seem like, oh my god, this is the next.
Hey, I think that production is gonna be fire. Did y'all see who was on the list?
I saw the track list, but I didn't see.
No features on. I heard there's no features on this one too.
Yeah,
he's probably. I don't know if he's doing the thing where he doesn't show the features or if it's really no features.
Yeah.
To be honest, I like features, so I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of that.
Me neither.
Yeah, I gotta find it because J. Cole actually listed who's gonna be the producers up there, and it was some names up there, bruh.
I mean, J. Cole can get any producer he wants, so I mean.
You know he goes to the African League, the NBA.
Rwanda, yeah.
Y'all see Tebow coming back too. People are up in arms about that.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
That he gets a buddy system that other people don't.
Now, when you want to talk about colorism, now that's when you want to.
Yeah, that's definitely a conversation that you want to have.
I'll ride with you on that one.
Hey, when Tebow was doing all the miracles in Denver, that shit had me weak. I'm not gonna lie. That man would go 2 for 6 for 17 yards.
He got the dub, dog.
So just to name a few
playoffs with 2 for 7. That man one big play.
So as far as J. Cole's producers who are gonna be on there, Boy Wonder's gonna be up there. Timberland's gonna be up there. Frank Dukes is gonna be up there. T- is gonna be up there, and there's somebody else. But he has like 12 to 13 producers that are gonna be up there, dog.
I can't believe y'all really gonna force me to listen to this album.
Brando, it's only 12 songs, Brando.
Yeah, it's only 12 songs, Brando. You'll run through that in about an hour.
Speaking of which, though, Migos dropping a new single tonight. I'm looking forward to that. That's straightening. I think they're getting back to the basics for what I've known Ruder love them for. Kodak's dropping the album on at midnight as well. So 2 of my favorite artists are dropping. And y'all want me to go ahead and take the time out to listen to J. Cole when I'm getting new Kodak and new Migos? Please.
I mean, you only get a new Migos. You only get a new
sacrifice for the podcast. But remember, I took off of work today, and I'm going to listen to this J. Cole album. So when this ownership come back, remember all this ownership shit y'all was talking about who deserves it? I want mine. I'm saying, yeah, y'all right here. Y'all said it, right? Joey wrong. So I want my ownership, Father Jarvis. I know you're not here today. Anyway, Jarvis, let me get it, Jarvis. Listen, I know you're a religious guy. How you gonna be the power father but be missing pies? It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me how you gonna be the power father but be missing pies. What kind of shit is that? And then you try to use your prayer, which I can't go against it. But that's what Jarvis knows. We can't go against that. You know? But let me miss something because Pastor Hendricks dropping. And then now we have a problem, right?
Pastor Hendricks. Brenda's a wild boy, dog.
Jarvis, man. The Podfather will be back in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Are we taking next week off or not? Are we gone to November?
We'll talk about that off the pod. But let's go ahead and transition to what you've been on, man. What y'all boys been on, man?
Shoot, dang, I didn't even think about it. Hold on.
Boy acting like Brando, dog. This dude know that we got a what you been on section every week.
He hasn't prepared for a pod in the past 2 months. He hasn't had He hasn't had a song. Jews like Roy. He just shows up.
All right. I just show up, huh? All right.
I take it back. Matter of fact, Drew, you didn't even jump a clip tonight. Did you jump a clip tonight, Jorel?
I didn't. We was potting.
Go ahead, Drew. What you been on?
So I watched the Mortal Kombat movie.
Submit.
Like 3 weeks late.
I feel like it was.
CJ, didn't you watch that last month, CJ?
Listen, I forgot to talk about it.
That boy Wi-Fi going crazy.
Wi-Fi
going crazy right now, Brando.
That's him. Don't get mad at us. It's your Wi-Fi, man. It can't be. We didn't interrupt you. The Wi-Fi did this time. It wasn't us. It was the Wi-Fi. Drew, is that meant for us to know what you've been on? I think that it's starting to come to that. Something happens every time. It never fails. Yeah, that's crazy. It wasn't us. That was your own house.
Anyway, so yeah, the Mortal Kombat joint was cool. I thought it was an enjoyable watch. It was fun, you know. If you remember the games and shit like that, the old Mortal Kombat movies, nostalgic. I like seeing it.
That boy Wi-Fi going crazy again, dog. Hey, bro, just say your song, bro. Say your song, bro.
Oh, man. I'm going to go with P&B Rock, Meet Somebody.
Excuse me?
P&B Rock.
You said P&B Rock.
Beat somebody? Or beat somebody? We can't even get an answer from the guy. God damn it, man.
So for me, I'm going to go really quick. I got to go see Brando's favorite actor, Michael B. Jordan, Without Remorse.
Fuck Michael B. Jordan. You went to go support that whack-ass, lame-ass, kissing with Lori Harvey on camera, weak-ass, corny-ass, dad and hardball.
Hey, the movie wasn't bad, though. The movie wasn't bad, Brando. Without Remorse wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad movie.
See that, matter of fact. I do want to see Without Remorse. I actually do want to see that.
It wasn't bad. It was cool.
I forgot about that.
I'm still watching College Hill. About to wrap up College Hill.
College Hill?
Yeah, I'm watching that, bro. I'm catching up on that shit.
The old one?
Yeah, the old one's on Hulu.
Did you see the one when they got in that big fight yet?
Yeah, I already seen that. That was the one back in the Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that one. Yeah.
Great episode.
Yeah, I seen the Virgin Island ones, the Atlanta one, and then now I'm on the Miami joint.
Why are you doing that?
I mean, just for nostalgia.
Fair enough.
Nostalgia. But yeah, so that, and then as far as music, man, that WizKid album is unbelievable. I love that album. I've literally been listening to that album for the past day, probably a day and a half. So my song of the week is WizKid featuring Tim's Essence. Love that track. So check that out. And I am super excited, super excited for the J. Cole album to drop tonight at midnight. And I would definitely be on the lookout for that. And you can definitely catch a reaction video of us talking about the tracks soon, very soon.
You're going to catch a reaction video from them. You're not going to see a reaction video from me because I'm not listening to that album, man. I don't care what y'all tell me, man. I want to have sex tonight, all right? No girl wants to have sex to J. Cole, all right? I want to have sex tonight, all right? Anyways, what I've been on. I've been on the live. I shot a couple videos this week. Got a lot of new music coming up. I was working on myself a lot this week, so I'm very happy about that. So look out for Love Hurts, soon come. I'm on there featuring J-Ned, soon come. Big things going on musically. I've been thinking about the pod. I've been on my own shit. I'm not on
your video too. Tell the people about your video. You shot your video.
Dane Stack shot a video.
Shout out to Dane Hampton.
Yeah. My boy Nick Nico shot the Love Hurts video. So I got two Bethel heads, working with a Mitchville Bleep nigga. Like they call another the Bethel head motherfucker named me Mitchville Bleep. And fuck you, fucking.
Hey, 1067, man. Y'all know how we get down.
Good night looking motherfucker. But anyways, what I've been on, my song of the week is Prince, the legend Prince. When Doves Cry. Maybe
that's my shit. Hey, that's my shit.
Drew, when you do my thing this week, make sure you put the hook. Maybe I'm just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Hey, who got the better Purple Rain? Prince or Future Hendrix?
All right, bro. Whether you at work, hey Drew, you're muted. You're muted right now.
Jorel, what was your song?
WizKid, Essence featuring Tim's.
Hey Drew, for my song of the week with Prince, When Doves Cry, you're gonna have to use a live version, but I don't have a problem with that. Maybe I'm just like my father.
He said, "Which Purple Rain is better, Future or Prince?"
Have you heard Purple Rain? Have you heard Inside the
You're
Mattress?
a nut. You's a nut.
He's calling. Have you heard Inside the Mattress?
He's a nut.
Have you heard the songs? Have you heard the
He's
songs?
a nut, Drew.
I cried on Inside the Mattress. Right inside the mattress.
Brando, close us out, dog. Close us out, Brando. Now you're supposed to hit it with the line. Now you're supposed to hit it.
Hey, whether you off work, at work, whether if you got work, whether if you're on unemployment, I don't know how to say the ending. Whether you're off work, at work, shout us out. I don't know.
Shout us out. What?
Hey, man. Whether you at work, off work, you got that work, you need that work. We out. All right?
Hey, I got the weed business open up very soon.
All right, you